Hi, good morning. So I just wanted to ask you a question. Actually, I just wanted to mm, ask yourself a question that is always hitting me in my mind. Before you start thinking of yourself as a musician or an artist who is doing all these things, like you are active on the social media, you have maybe learned a couple of songs, and you are trying to become a music producer or whatsoever, or singer. Um, have you ever asked yourself, why are you doing this? Um, are you doing this just for the sake of having money and fame? Or are you doing it because you actually love it? So let me tell you a simple concept why I am asking you this. Supposedly, um, you don't love this thing. Maybe I'm someone who doesn't love making videos. Okay? I'm assuming. Now, if I become whatsoever like popular or successful just by making videos, maybe I like doing something else, but I maybe did casually a couple of videos, and you know people really liked it, and maybe this turned into a profession, like fruitful, like started getting like brand deals or whatsoever, name, fame, like that. And now, because I have to save all these things, I will have to keep doing this thing even if I don't love this thing. So this will indeed, even if I start earning money, get the fame, but this will not bring happiness to me from the inside. Maybe I'll be a bit passionate, like maybe I'll be a bit happy for a moment that, yeah, I got popular, or I got my voice out, or maybe like, yeah, I got the money that I wanted, fame. Yeah, that's it. But this would be very momentary. And as soon as this thing breaks down, I'll be like super unhappy. By God's grace, I do love making videos. I do love being in the front of the camera, talking to people. I do love the art of editing, and gradually, I never knew that I would love it. But as I started doing all these things, this happens to be something that I really do love. Like, I love making music more, but I still do love. I have a, like small attraction or something you can say towards this thing of filmmaking, and maybe it's in my plan that I'm doing all this advertisements. I'm for those you have to write stories, do the filmmaking, have to be like working with a team. I'm doing like documentaries, doing music videos, and all those small little kind of things that I do. Um, because at the end of maybe my career, whenever it is like still haven't started yet, I could say that, but in my life, what I want to achieve is I want to make at least one movie, a very good one. Yeah, indeed. And it's not for the sake of like making movie. It is for the sake of yeah, creating that art. I love doing art. So if I need to make a 2 hours movie, I at least need to have the idea of making small movies, like small documentaries, art films, how the sound design would go, how the filmmaking, how the editing, VFX, music videos, because in Indian cinema, we do, we of course do big songs and all those things, which is, which is very unique to us, and something we should be proud of, indeed. Like, yeah, there is no organized sector in the independent music scene, but still we have something that others don't have, like those big sets and kind of all those things whatsoever. So my point is, I love doing this. That is why I'm doing it. I actually started all these things because I wanted to make music, and then gradually to make music, I figured out I have to learn the art of, like running a studio, learning the DAW, then mixing, mastering, to writing the songs. Obviously, I started with writing songs and composing and all those things, and then gradually to, do all those things. Then learn how to sing better, and then gradually do other things to support this passion, like, because if you need a studio, it needs money to build a studio, to have the equipments that you need to produce a good content. And gradually then, because if I don't know how to make films, or videos for that matter, the problem would be, whomever I would ask to make my music videos or something, they will just simply ruin it. So my idea was very simple. If someone else is ruining, what I have put my hearts into, like making music and all, rather than that, I would take the chance. So that is how all it began, and I gradually fell in love with making films and all. So yeah, and then, for that matter, all this company, all this associations and everything. So the thing is, if you start doing something, and even if you get like famous, or you earn good amount of money, I can tell you from this experience of mine, and that is why I am like switching bit paths. Uh, we can have a elaborate story of what changes have I been making. But the point is, like, even if you have money, or even if you have like fame, but you don't love what you do, um, it would be like bizarre. You will be so unhappy. Trust me. The first thing that would happen to you, you'll fall sick mentally, go to depression, and so many things. You won't have anything left. But if you are someone who finds something very fascinating, that might not be necessarily like doing music or doing anything with this art, or like if you might be like gardening, and you like how the trees grows and all those things. So if you become famous, or if you don't become famous, it would be like still win-win situation for you doing that, because you love that thing. For me, being able to do music for myself and for the people, I started like producing for so many people. As when I started, like I did a ton of ghost productions. You have heard my voice, trust me, so many times in so many things, and heard my music in so many times, like in so many things, like you won't believe it. But gradually, then I wanted to have my voice. I wanted to do, actually, it's not about only having my voice, it was also about, having the total control of what I want to create, the kind of music that I want to put out, that should be coming from within. And I don't want it to be like influenced by someone else who doesn't have the feel for it, or like doing things for some other reason, and I am like supporting him just for the sake of money and all like that. So yeah, I still do production for people, but the goal is mostly uh, because all of it started because I wanted to make music for myself. So I'm coming back to the roots. So if you are someone who has found your passion, please follow it. Don't do anything, nothing. Don't do anything if you don't love it, and you just start doing it for the sake of doing it. Like, you see, when we were growing up, our parents and we even didn't know, like, if doing music could be a career, or you can make a good amount of money or fame or anything like that. But nowadays people are thinking it's like easy money, which it is not. Indeed, it is like easy fame, which it is not. And even if you get it like easy peasy, but it would be so tough to hold on to. So while we were growing up, like medical was like so cool, like become an MBBS doctor, become an engineer, but just don't become an artist. And we would be like pushing towards all those things, learning all those things that we don't love. And then we would get a job and keep on doing that job that we hate every day for the entirety of our life. And like, this is like bizarre. So please, I request you, if you have decided to make music, do this thing as a career or do anything as a career, please, as a brother, as someone, as a friend, please take this little piece of advice. Do only something that you actually love and feel like passionate about. Don't do it for the sake of getting name, fame, money. So, I'll see you in the next video. I hope you are doing great and you'll do great, marvelous. Thank you.